Hey Youbsters, it's your girl Bria, and you can tell by the title of the video that this is a very sensitive topic. In this video we're going to be talking about sex while pregnant. How does it work? How do you do it? Why does it seem crazy? My personal experience and just some good helpful tips that I think would be good for you guys. So if you're ready, stay tuned. Okay, so I decided to do this video because a lot of people have been asking me and used to ask me how did it work when it came to having sex while pregnant. Like, I've had guys ask me, they were saying my girl is pregnant, I know eventually she's gonna get bigger, like how are we gonna do this? My advice to anybody and what I would tell my friend is that if you make it challenging mentally, then it will already be a difficult process to begin with. Now everybody's experience is different because everybody's body's different. I know a lot of people have a high sex drive like their first trimester. Me, on the other hand, mine was a little different. It seemed as if my sex drive increased as I got bigger. And towards the first trimester, I was pretty much able to do whatever we were used to doing. There was no transition to make. It really wasn't even a thought, because you're not really showing that much. And my son, while I was pregnant, I didn't have much of any movement. So there's no oh my God or any of that, going on the first trimester. The second trimester is when you realize that there are just certain things that you cannot do anymore. You cannot put any, stress or weight on your belly. And that's really the biggest thing. And so that's when you start to get creative. You start to figure out what's more comfortable for you, what's more comfortable for your partner. And, just really trying to communicate and say, hey, this is what my concern is. We're still gonna do this. We just have to figure out a new path, have to figure out a new way. By the third trimester was when, like I said, my sex drive had increased a ton, right? And now I'm like, I had this whole, I'm not even gonna say my belly was like a basketball. I'm gonna say I had this whole like mini planet on my belly. And literally there were a lot of maybe doggy style positions. There was a lot of, I hate doggy style, but it was the only thing that I felt safe with and that was comfortable at the time. There was a lot of doggy style. There was a lot of just missionary with me more so being on top, and I felt like that might have been a little bit more uncomfortable for him. But at the end of the day, you still have to be true to you. You have to be true to yourself. And if it's not comfortable for him, then you have to take that into consideration. And it's always ways to work around things. There's always a give and take to everything. And so I would encourage people, if you know that this is going to be kind of awkward and maybe your baby is really active and is going to be doing a lot of kicking, go ahead and, light some candles. Go ahead and have your loud music in the background, so that way what you see, because we all have senses and everything. So that way what you see and what you're hearing is more of a distraction than necessarily the kicking in the, that your baby might be doing, or the movements that you might feel. And during my third trimester, there were some times where it was like, like maybe we need to stop. But I rest assured that your baby is perfectly fine and safe. Just trust yourself, trust your body, and pay attention. And it's definitely going to be new for your baby. any kind of activity that's going on. But I did want to mention that a really good position was coming to the edge of the bed. Was comfortable for me because that way I was still able to lie down and things were able to continue on as they should. But again, just make it creative, make it your own. If you know y'all like listening to slow jams or whatever the case might be, whatever is your groove, encourage it still. If y'all like having M&Ms and Twix, then have that as well. Just be open to the fact that because it is different and it is new, that, you know, it might involve a little bit more planning and a little bit more work, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And as always, y'all, be good, be blessed, and be you. Bye.